Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for more Monster Prom. Because, as was announced, Monster Prom 2 Monster Camp is coming out on October 23rd. It is currently the 17th. At like 1:35 a.m. I think. Let me double check. It is. It's very late. Or early. People are sleeping. That doesn't stop me from trying to do more Monster Prom. Because time is of the essence. If you think I'm not going to be doing a stream on the 23rd, even though the fact I have to work most of the day with the crew, you're pretty wrong. Because we're definitely doing a stream. And I'll probably do a bit more later that evening or recording a bit more on my own. But for now, we have a goal. Time to get a few more endings than I've been wanting to get or wanting to show on the channel. First up, one involving one of our lovely ladies who's going to be at the camp. Joy Jonathan Jumbe. The thickness. Anyway, this ending is a bit harder to get just because it's a bit more expensive. So I'm just going to cut back as soon as, well, actually no, I should do the intro first. My apologies. One player. First term. Can I get it in one? Okay, so the ending requires 3 days, so that should be enough to get money if I can get it right. Short game should be enough. Ah, spooky high school, the sweetest years of our lives. Back then we were young and unafraid. Sometimes reckless, sometimes brilliant, sometimes just stupid, but always willing to live life to the fullest. We were on a wild journey to discover who we really were. We gotta go, my man Brian. Love that joke. And we had yet to experience its ultimate challenge, the Monster Prom. I remember it clearly. 3 weeks were left, and as we fantasized about our dream prom dates, we were all scrambling to catch the attention of one of our 6 most charismatic classmates, who we actually did not care about in the slightest. Seriously, forget them. It was clear it had to be one of them. No, not. But who? We only had 3 weeks to choose our prom date, and even more daunting, we only had 3 weeks to woo them and conquer their heart. But as I said, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. So the joy ending requires 12 money to get the item to begin it. So this might take a few times restarting, so I'm gonna just cut back as soon as we get this bad boy started. For real. So, I'll keep a count and we'll see how many tries it takes. See you in a second. So, hilariously, as I was trying to get the money on the second run, guess who's sitting at a table? And I'm more than happy to talk to. You're enjoying your meal in peace when you hear an unmistakable sound of 3 throats clearing. Ahem, ahem, ahem. Yes, hello. As you know, it is customary for a benevolent witch to coven to have as an ally a malevolent creature of some sort. And since Liam has apparently decided he's too cool for us now, he was an actual member of the coven, that is lore. Because of your incredible resume and good looks, we've decided to accept you on a trial basis as our supernatural companion for one adventure. Adventure not to exceed 3 episodes or eclipse the main plot arc. As a consideration for your willing participation, we'll even allow you your choice of adventures. 3 episodes? You could knock out one of these adventures by the end of lunch, and it actually sounds fun. The Covenant gives you 2 options. Stop the crime ghost who's been taking over children's bodies and using them to rob banks. You have a never before seen plan. Take on the greatest villain of all, income inequality. Income inequality? It turns out income inequality is the name of a giant goblin made of money that's been terrorizing the city. That's a weird name for a goblin. You attack it the only way you know how. Stealing. It's working. All that money you stole was load bearing. The goblin is going to collapse. Yup, that was totally your plan. You definitely weren't just stealing the money because you wanted money. Excellent. The day is saved once again, thanks to the Coven and our faithful sidekick, Brian. It turns out the best way to defeat income inequality is by robbing from the rich and giving to yourself. You gain +4 money. Ladies and gentlemen, we got enough. Let's go see our dear Valerie.
Sure.
What's up, nerd?
Show me that money.
Hey, would you study and prepare for your future when you can come here and buy some weird shit instead? Am I right?
The blood of an angel. The message here is that you don't mess with me, even if you're a little angel babe. Ooh, that's scary yet tempting. Let's do it.
Gator.
Have a good one.
Alright, and now we just continue on. Let's...
Sure.
Our creativity is low, so... Dragon costume! That day, while rehearsing for the class play, it's as though the muses themselves have descended to give you a figurative blowjob. Your performance is intense and inspiring. It will be remembered for generations, which is pretty rad by high school's play standards. You gain +2 creativity. You're proudly displaying your new angel blood when suddenly a few of your classmates, specifically 3 of them, specifically the Coven, appear literally from thin air, because they're witches and that's how they roll.
We're here to save
You,
the
Brian,
day.
you found it. You found the angel's blood. We need that to save the world. The literal actual devil, Satan himself. Sorry,
Satan himself.
is planning a hostile takeover of this particular school for some reason. And the only thing that can stop him is the blood of an angel that isn't fallen. Sorry,
Isn't.
fallen. We thought you would have vested interest in helping us since we know that
Satan himself.
killed your parents. Oh, is that more?
No, he absolutely did not, but the Coven seems pretty insistent, and before you can correct them,
You! Brian, you found it. You found the angel's blood. We need that to
party down.
We're going to split the angel's blood 50-50. I'm going to smoke it with some high quality crack. And I'm going to feed it to my snakes to keep them luxurious, silky, and easy to style. Okay, but we want to save the world, and if there's no world, none of that would even... Let's put it to a vote. And you count as one person, because you're literally inseparable, and somehow your faces always weirdly sync.
That is kind of weird.
Hey, that's offensive. Not all witches are the same. You would think you'd recognize my uniqueness in the fact that I'm the only girl in this group, in this school without a thigh gap.
That's some thickness.
Sure, but like, we've never known which one of you is talking. You all sort of talk at the same time.
Nice, so my whole they all talk at the same time thing is canon. Good to know.
So, it's 2 against 1. Vera and I win. The angel blood. Yay! I can hear my snakes gulping it down already.
On the other hand, you're happy your friends are happy. On the other hand, the world will end if the Coven doesn't get that blood. Oh, fuck. Why does the Coven always ruin everything by asking you to make difficult choices? Because we wouldn't have a visual novel to game otherwise. Plus, pissing off Polly and Vera is kind of equally likely to end the world. Time to convince them to happily give up that blood. Listen, Vera, Angel's blood is pretty rare. Maybe we can bargain with the Coven and make this into a sweet business opportunity. Don't you see, Polly? The most powerful drug of all is the friends we made along the way. That's corny as hell, but I love it.
Let's see. One seems like smarts. I feel like the top one's smarts. Bottom one is fun or charm. It's gotta be.
Screw it, let's go with Vera. That's who I chose at the beginning of this.
Nice! I do like unique business ventures. Listen, Coven, if I give you the angel's blood...
It's yours, but sure, why not?
Do you agree to give me
Satan himself.
corpse after you've killed him? Ooh, good call, Vera. What? Why? I think I could make a very stylish headpiece out of his horns. And then I could replicate that and begin a new fashion line. I call it Devilishly Delicious.
Loving it.
And I can grind up his hooves and snort that. Snort Satan's hooves.
Yeah, it's Polly. I shouldn't question. Are Satan himself
Hooves a drug? Fuck if I know. But I imagine they have to have a spicy kick to them, right? I mean, you gotta assume as much. I feel like his tail would make a great belt. I mean, depending on the size of the demon, I guess that's right. Ooh, and his eyeballs could be earrings. Again, those eyeballs could be giant.
Yes.
Unique fashion empire and great directorship. Here we come.
They're so excited that they run off before the company even agrees. Wild.
Thank you for that, Brian. Now give us the angel's blood.
You do, because you like the world and you don't want it to end.
It's so nice to interact with someone at the school who actually cares whether or not the planet is taken over by the literal actual devil. You would think that wouldn't be such a rarity, and yet we appreciate... Wow, that was bad. We appreciate your help and will call on you again before this adventure is through. Maybe now you'll finally get to avenge your parents' death by stopping
Satan himself.
once and for all.
This is literally not a thing, and you have no idea where they got it from. But you're way too tired to argue.
Wow, it is Brian.
The point is, you did a good job. The gals are happy, the coven is happy, and you're happy. With your +2 charm and +1 fun. And thickness. Plus, if you really stop and think about it, the coven does save your lives a lot. And that girl in the middle, Joy, right? Has some rocking curves. Track moment. Alrighty, since we've been, every time we've done this, and since we're not romancing the main character, let's see what we got. Oh, Coach, you beautiful bastard. You're hoping to enjoy your meal in peace, but Coach seems to have a different plan. What's this? Eating regular food again? Fruits, vegetables, meats, dairy, blood. These are all the parts of a complete lunch sure. But you're forgetting the most important food group of all. Dietary supplements. Don't you worry now. Old Coach never goes anywhere without emergency vitamins. Here, take your break. It would be rude to turn him down, and who knows? Maybe we'll gain the benefit after all. Coach holds out 2 pill bottles. Palomino Gold 25 horse supplement. Very shiny coat and luxurious, mate. A completely black bottle emblazoned with the Chinese character for party time. Let's party. You swallow the entire bottle of mystery pills before Coach can stop you. Whoa, slow down there, chirp. The old woman who sold me those vitamins told me they were basically poison. I bought them because, well, as we all know, whatever doesn't kill you makes you... You wake up 36 hours later in the middle of an impassioned speech to the student council about dolphin sex. I've never seen this, just to say, so that actually is a real... You have no idea how you've happened during those 36 hours, but you have a new tattoo, and everyone keeps calling you Deep 6'9". Deep 6'9", A through fine, To the windows, to the wall. You gain +4 fun. Well, that was an adventure. Alrighty.
Sure.
Where to go, where to go? Let's get a little bowl going. I still love how he sews his shirt to his arm. That day you skip class and just hang out in the bathrooms because you respect no authority. I guess some people just want to watch the world burn. By skipping class and hanging out in the bathrooms, you give +0 shit, but you gain +2 boldness. You're sitting around wishing you had brought an item you could actually got to keep instead of one that was snatched away from you when suddenly...
We're here to save the day.
Brian, there you are. The time has come where us, the protagonists of this quest, have reached a stumbling point where we simply can't get through this alone and must rely on a secondary character to come in and help us out. Actually, I'm just going to talk like Joy, because the whole doing the bobbing and weaving my head up and down is kind of weird. Well, I mean, it goes with the lore, but since we're romancing Joy. Now's your chance to step up to the plate and become the star of this particular arc, and help us avenge your parents' death by defeating Satan himself. Literally, where did they get this from?
As you once again consider dispelling this rumor, you are once again stopped, this time by the appearance of...
Dimitri!
Sorry, Dimitri.
Give us back that angel's blood now. It's not too late to redeem your soul.
Dimitri runs his sexy fingers attached to his perfectly sculpted arm through his ivory white, carefully tousled long hair which hangs low over his glistening, gleaming, glinting eyes. I can't look away. It's too sexy. Oh god, wait, it's Dimitri. Isn't that... Oh no, that's Kid's Mickey Mouse voice. I can't do that pitch, people. I literally can't go high pitch. My voice is actually too deep, despite everything. And having the occasional, like, mild squeak, I can't do a Mickey voice without destroying my voice. So I'm just gonna read it... Screw it, I'm reading it like Goofy. I'm a vampire, Dimitri says brutally, yet somehow alluringly. I have no soul. Yuck. None of this really matters to me, don't you see? In hundreds of years of existence, nothing's ever mattered to me. Yuck. Gorge. And that is what makes me powerful. You can never defeat me, because you care too much. I care for nothing, so I can do anything. As if to prove the point, Dimitri lights his shirt on fire and lets it burn off him until his rock-hard abs are revealed to the world. Can't look away. See? I have nothing to fear to live for, but I also have nothing to lose. You will never ever be as powerful as I am. Give up now. He's right. Just go straight back to that, basically, Applejack. He's right. We do care too much. We'll never defeat him. There's no point. We should stop our quest now. You can't let them stop. Not now when you were about to have your big plot moment. Time to step up and become a fan favorite minor character that people will draw tons of fan art of. God, I wish that would happen to the channel. Okay. Seduce Dimitri into being your opponent ally who might seem to fall back in the league with the enemy at times, but always proves himself to be on your side at the end. The Coven's ability to care isn't their weakness, it's their strength. Prove this to them with a well-crafted montage of flashbacks to times they protected each other. I feel like that's charm and that's creativity because you gotta make the flashback montage, so let's go with this charm. Nice! You tussle your own hair, adjust your outfit, and shoot Dimitri the most perfect look anyone has ever shot. Nah, I'm not gonna put the effort into that one point. It's sultry, but it's also sweet, and a little sexy, and a little naive. Your eyes, Dimitri stammers. Look, I see them. I've never seen anything like it. You're so innocent and pure. It makes me want to protect you. I've never seen such a genuine kindness in one other's eyes before. You're always so very hot, and I want to bang you. There are a lot of different things going on right here. In all these thousands and thousands of years, I have somehow literally never met another monster in the world who has been able to come close to thawing the ice around my uncaring heart. I'm not sure if this is going to destroy my voice more than the Mickey voice, but hey, I'm trying it. Yeah, you have melted it with but a glance. You have made my soul. Didn't he just say he didn't have a soul? Whatever. You're not going to argue with him. You, Brian, Dimitri says, kneeling before you, are my angel, and as such deserve this angel's blood. He hands it to you. And now I must go prove myself worthy of you by redeeming myself through a series of heartbreaking tasks that may or may not result in my death before we can ever be reunited again. Please never love anyone else. With that, he is gone. Wow, Brian. Who knew your sultry looks were so powerful? Now we can use that angel's blood to defeat the literal actual devil, Satan himself, and finally put your parents' souls to rest. Sure, right. Good news is that you totally got +3 boldness for just going for it. With a sexy vampire dude. Too bad he's way too old and brooding to take to prom. That being said, it would be nice to think of outside of your usual friend group of prom dates. For example, Joy really does care a lot about other people and saving the world. So that's a nice quality in a prom date. Maybe. I mean, loving, caring person,
Sure.
thick curves that could melt ice caps. I'm down. Let's boost. Let's take a nap. I'm tired. That day you listen to your elders and learn valuable lessons. Sometimes after all the monster nonsense and the dating it makes you forget that attending class is supposed to be the primary activity of this high school. You gain +2 smarts. Blobbert in the background. Love that boy. Is that a mummy beside us? Like, that looks like a mummy, kind of. You catch Miranda monologuing about her problems to no one. Okay. She often does this. It's like she's accustomed to having a royal scribe following her everywhere she goes.
Oh, whatever shall I do about my army? We haven't had a proper war in months, and the soldiers becoming so anxious. I've tried sending servants to give them tummy rubs, and even putting extra leaves and sticks in their cages, but they just kill the servants with the sticks. I never thought managing an entire branch of the military would be so challenging. How can I possibly keep my soldiers entertained? You know my kingdom's living pinatas then? No? Then Divine Province may have guided your suggestion. Each year, hundreds of peasants are required by law to volunteer to be stuffed with candy and suspended from ropes throughout the palace.
Oh.
Visiting dignitaries invited to take a few ceremonial whacks, but we always have more pinatas than we can use. I'm sure Daddy would be happy to lend a few thousand pinatas to help my army happy. A splendid idea indeed.
There's no reason you should feel guilty about this at all. You gain +2 boldness and 1 smarts. Okay. Slayer, how you doing? You're eating lunch, minding your own business, when suddenly someone under your table poked your business.
Oh, my dick! Psst. Hey, would you like to turn it against your friends in exchange for forbidden knowledge?
Betraying your friend sounds bad, but forbidden knowledge sounds dope. You listen to her pitch.
Basically, I just need to tell you to tell me Danny and Liam's weaknesses for like totally innocent reasons. In exchange, I'll teach you one of my most secret Slayer techniques. What's that you say? You'll totally do it, and I can trust you whatever you say 100%? Great! Which technique do you want to learn?
I mean, punching a dude's head so hard it explodes is pretty cool. You tell the Slayer that Liam's weakness is tense silence, and Damien's weakness is back rubs.
Unbelievable!
Really? But that's so simple. I'll bury them in pregnant pauses and manual tension release, respectively. Oh, you want to know my secret technique? There's nothing easier. Just punch someone, right? But instead of punching them hard, punch them really, really hard.
You've punched hard, and you've even punched really hard, but really, really hard? That's revolutionary. You test out your newfound skills on the Slayer. You don't have enough practice to make her head explode, but just yet, but you do manage to give her a terrible headache. You gain +4 boldness. Okay, let's hope we get that last event, because I really don't want to have to do this another run.
Sure.
Let's get... Let's boost that fun. That day during recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. You have no idea how it'll escalate so much, but at one point there are like 300 people. Someone summons demons from a nightmare dimension. The consequences might distort the very fabric of reality itself, but who cares? It's a rad party. You gain +2 fun. You're doing jumping jacks to prepare for the final battle. You're not sure when it will be, but it's late enough in the season. You know, spring, fall, winter. We don't know. That you know it has to be soon. When suddenly the coven bursts in, quickly followed by some kind of demon. Not Damien though, that would be way easier to handle.
We're here to save the
Brian,
day.
thank goodness you're here.
An
Actual literal devil, not
the
actual literal devil,
Satan himself,
but another actual literal devil
his demon lieutenant,
was sent after us. By the literal actual devil,
Satan himself.
I guess he got wind of our amazing plan and decided to end things before they started. We can't use the angel's blood on him because then we wouldn't be able to defeat the literal actual devil Satan
Himself.
when the time comes to it. And we'll never avenge your parents.
How? Why? You don't know. Also, my mic keeps falling apart.
Quick, Brian, think of a plan to defeat him.
1. Throw hot sauce in his eyes and run away. 2. Start stripping to distract him. Lol, JK. Not time for that yet. Because... An actual literal devil, but not Satan himself, throws a lightning bolt, which pierces the middle witch directly in the heart. She drops like a stone.
No!
The other two witches scream, "Joy!"
She's dead.
Cries the witch on the right. Faith? Something like that, maybe? You should really learn the names of your classmates other than just Joy. Especially because Joy probably won't be into you if she knew you didn't know her best friend's names. Although she's dead at the moment, so...
Joy can't be dead.
Sobs the other witch, grumpy or sleepy or someone.
If Joy's dead, there will be no diversity at all in the female body types of this school.
I mean, that's true.
And Liam and Scott are built so differently. It isn't fair.
Whales, fatalism, or whatever. Okay, this is actually gonna get a chuckle out of me. They do have a point. You'd better revive Joy for the sake of representation, if not for the sake of saving the entire world. Also, if you've really grown attached to her over these misadventures. Sob over Joy's corpse. So she revives. Phoenix tears. Selflessly use that magic orb of healing +4 you've been saving this whole time. Ooh. I mean, I want to keep the orb, but...
Fine. It equals a date, sure.
Thinking quickly, you pull out the orb and shove it down Joy's throat. Eat it, bitch! She coughs and sputters before roaring back to life.
What? What happened? Where am I?
You're alive. Oh, Joy, Joy, you're alive.
Thank goodness.
Or thank the goddess. Wow, how to get thank the goodness. It's a little confusing to follow, but because the Coven always seems to be talking as one to you. But the gist seems to be that Joy is alive, and Steezy and Dopey are thrilled about it.
I can't believe you would use the orb of healing +4 that you've spent your entire life waiting to use to revive your parents after it was bestowed upon you by Kelpie when you were 4 years old.
Oh god, that is a long sentence. Put some commas in that thing. For real, where are they coming up with any of this?
This is the kindest anyone has ever done for any of us. We're so used to being ignored by everyone at the school in favor of high school romance, shenanigans, and with no regard for real-world dangers. And here you are sacrificing your one chance at a relationship with your parents, all for us. Take our money.
Take all of it. Take it all! As luck would have it, their entire life savings between them, three of them, is apparently +1 money, but you do get +2 charm for your kindness, so that's good. And Joy has a point. The Coven is kind of underappreciated considering how hard they worked to save their lives. If only there were a way to take her to prom instead. Yeah, too bad. Yeah, I guess I'll go alone. Nope, going with Miranda. No. Which is me in this empty space.
Sure.
I'm so lonely, so lonely. You don't ask anyone to prom because the truth is you've been spending a lot more time with the Covenant lately. I just said the Covenant lately. Wart. And you think you might be feeling stuff for Joy. Now you even remember her name, and isn't that a sign of true love?
Oh, he's totally asking you to prom, Joy.
Mind your own business, Hope.
Remember, we have to retrieve the Sky Tower Emerald next week if we want to have an edge. We're fighting the Lord of the Flies. That's right, damn. But remember last season, we had that episode that taught us that as our responsible leader, you sometimes focus too much on saving the world, and it can end up being a detriment to the whole team if you burn out. Oh yes, I love that episode. I got a subplot where I befriended what turned out to be the big scary monster's little puppy. You'll be okay retrieving the Sky Tower Emerald on your own, girls? Sure, Joy. Remember that other episode that taught you about trusting us and learn to delegate some quests? So we'll do the Emerald thing, and you focus on enjoying prom.
The three of them hug, and you hear the audience reacting with a sympathetic
Best
cough.
episode ever.
Enter the Coven. I was about to say, where the fuck did that come from for the audience bit, but Wait, were they here the whole time? But enter the coven. Ah, that's just too good. You have a beautiful evening together, relaxing from too much saving the world. Until that moment when, of course, prom is invaded by an army of skeletons sent by the Lord of the Flies himself. But you have a bonding experience fighting together, performing some kick-ass duo moves. And now finally you can spend the rest of the night totally relaxing from too much saving the world. Aww. 157. 5 new events, 7 new outcomes, 1 new secret ending. Those 3 weeks were maybe the most epic and absurd weeks of our lives. After the Monster Prom, we kept on living our lives, falling in love, battling for friendship, and learning about who we were and who we could be. And you know what? Like it always does, life happened, and it was wonderful. Scott became an athlete. Not so long ago, he won a prestigious national award for being the best at doing sports. Miranda started a non-profit to help countries without a monarchy, because all countries should have the right to be graciously ruled by the Mer Kingdom. Polly's drug cooking skills proved useful, and she became a chemist for the pharmaceutical industry. I just noticed something. Why is Zoe here? I thought this wasn't second term, but whatever. But in her free time, she still cooks the real shit. Her greatest inventions so far are watermelon flavored ecstasy and a thing called LS Dope. For those 3 weeks, the Monster Prom seemed larger than life, and then it was gone just like that. The battle for Monster Prom might have ended then, but there were plenty of battles in that war called youth. But once again, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. Ladies and gentlemen, that's one more ending down. And as far as I can think of, there should be at least, let's see here, Prank Masters, actually unleashing Zoe, and I think one more on second term, but hey, I've still got just enough time to complete those. So stay beautiful people, catch you next time on another episode or another adventure. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, and just show some love if you enjoyed the episode. As always, stay beautiful people.